But that's just people thinking that we just some godly beings. Like, yo, we humans. If I had unlimited health, of course I'd run up down the field and be the great. You know what I mean? But that's not how it is. We're humans. You know what I mean? We are made of lots of moments. Even from you as a kid, you've been through stuff when you was a kid that you carry.
AB, because I'm always keep it 1,000 with you.
Yeah.
Because of how great you were, in a lot of sense, you let a lot of people down. And it's not it's not on you.
No, I'm gonna say like, I would ask you, like, how to,
yeah, and I probably
let them
had
down
at some point, right? But it goes from that to disbelief to concern. And I think that's where we are now. Like, you have a lot of people that love you and they're concerned about you and they want to see you excel.
I don't think they're concerned. I am excelling. I just feel like people don't understand.
Let me hold off my thoughts really quickly. Let me hear his explanation.
It's always when people don't understand you crazy. Or you're not from where I'm from, so you don't get the understanding. Yo, I'm from Liberty City, bro. My mom, I caught a jitney to go play football or go to school when I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
So I raised myself, you know what I mean?
How long do we hold on to something before we start to evolve past it and create new expectations for ourselves? Everybody that was raised in the hood got a story. Everybody that came from poverty got a story. Everybody that came from being a migrant got a story. Everybody that came from the projects. Everybody that came from the hood. Everybody from Liberty City. Everybody from the south side of Chicago. Everybody from Opelika. Everybody is from Overtown. Everybody is from Detroit on the red zone. Everybody is from the east side. Everybody from the west side. You from Compton. Everybody got this, and I understand it and I get it. And everybody is trying to say that you don't understand where I come from, but I believe that that's an excuse not to grow up and then transition into being a mature adult or to be held accountable for your actions. You can't keep leaning on that trope to say, well, you don't understand where I come from in order to justify actions. I get it. And I agree to an extent in that sometimes you are looked at as crazy and you may not necessarily be crazy, but then sometimes you be doing crazy stuff. And when people hold you accountable for it, it ain't that they don't understand where you come from. It's that you just was being crazy. And so at what point do we start to create new expectations for ourselves that allow for us to be held accountable for our actions? Because with great visibility and with all of the money and all of the accolades and all of the visibility comes great responsibility. And so now you have a duty to live your life and to be held accountable and to be, operating the way that you're supposed to grow. Let's just put it like that. You have a duty to grow. Because you can't have one without the other. You can't have the visibility, the fame, and the fans and the money without actually being held accountable for your actions. Because it's the same on both sides, man.
I've willed myself in this position.
That's
We
dope.
play football to change our lives.
And you got credit for that.
To keep our health. We don't play football to just keep entertaining people, to walk off the field and they're like, oh, how did I let somebody down? I did what I was supposed to do. You know what I mean? I had a great career. You know what I mean? I feel like, of course, things may not go the way other people want, or the people may not think that I may have not done things the way they would have done it, but that's why they're not me. It's okay to not understand AB. It's okay to not, you know what I mean? It's okay to not understand why I make those moves. But sometimes it takes time for people to understand. I don't want you guys to, if you don't understand now, then keep, you know what I mean? Keep tuned. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of people didn't understand 6th-round pick. I mean, a lot of people thought I was crazy. RC, 6th-round pick, this guy always run to the end zone, right, RC?
Yeah.
Like, bro, why he keep finishing
the first practice?
Right? Why he keep running to the end zone? But that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm that guy that people may not understand till they understand. Like, nah, bro, really.
And that's fair.
You know what I mean? And that's cool.
You made some jokes earlier, and there have been rumors that you don't have the amount of money you should. Are you broke now? Are you struggling financially?
I mean, I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
I think we reading between the lines right now, but let me hear what he got to say.
I wouldn't say that, I just can't comply with debt. It's all about protecting yourself. But yeah, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not broke, but I'm fractured.
No.
What happened?
Because there's bankruptcy that people reallocate the money. I work for a bunch of businesses that have been bankrupt, and you reallocate your money.
I'm just reallocating the debt to take care of the debtors. That's all I'm doing.
Right.
But then there's you done got banked, and I always say it on the show. I don't count motherfuckers' pockets, but you made a lot of money.
I'm all right, man.
But what happened? Like, do you look back and be like, how in the do I have to reallocate my money if you're not broke?
Nah, it's just about, things get overhead, Anybody can sue you, take you for whatever you got. At this point, I don't work. I don't make millions of dollars where it's coming in where I could just force someone that money. So, Chapter 11 is about restructuring the money you're making so you can take care of the debtors,
But you still got that goddamn ring on your finger and that Balenciaga and them big ass boots.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah, but AB, like
He's all right.
AB, what's the feeling or how much fear in it? Like, I know for me, it was once I was able to make a certain amount of money, once I was able to be successful, I never wanted to go back to having to fight and scrape.
That's a whole fact. Now, I'm reading between the lines. And IRS be watching, so we got to be careful. If you're going through bankruptcy, you don't want to say something that you're not supposed to say. I wouldn't even be walking around with the Richard Mille or, certain things. I wouldn't have had a chain on. I would be moving a little bit differently. And listen, just because you file for bankruptcy, I've never filed for bankruptcy before, but I understand how it works. And I've studied it enough and seen enough people go through it and talked to some people to understand exactly how it works. Just because you file for Chapter 11 or just because you file for restructuring. Now, I think it's Chapter 11 and Chapter 7. Chapter 7, you have to make below a certain amount of money. Chapter 11 is just a complete reorganization of your debt. And then you basically get on a payment plan in order to discharge the debt. Chapter 7, if I'm not mistaken, you can't make above, I think it's like $80,000 a year. You're still discharging a debt, but you make lower than the amount that it takes in order to really be able to satisfy the debt, so they're going to discharge it differently. Which is much better to go through Chapter 7 than Chapter 11, but Chapter 11 is based off of you making above a certain threshold or you make above a certain amount of money, and so the creditors want their money or they want as much as they can get from you, whether it's credit card companies or people suing you or whatever, and so you got to reorganize the debt in order to be able to get it discharged so you can then live your life and make enough money to be able to sustain yourself. And so I understand what he's saying. He got to be careful what he's saying, and he's saying he's okay. He got money. He just don't want to give it all over to people that's suing him and stuff like that. At the same time, I understand what's being communicated from the other people on the panel because never, ever, ever, you don't work this hard your entire life just to mess it all up and give it all away. And I see athletes regularly, rappers, people that ain't never had money before, and they just blow it. They blow it. They don't have the financial literacy. They think that, or they acting like it's going to last forever. I don't think that they think it's going to last forever. For some reason, they operating like it's going to last forever. They don't have any real structure or understanding of how to run businesses. They not the Shaqs. They not the LeBrons. They not the Jordans. They make a lot of money, but that money is supposed to sustain them for the rest of their life. They might have another 40, 50, 60 years on this earth. And the average span of an NBA player or an NFL player is only 3 to 5 years on average. Everybody not a Damian Lillard. Everybody not going to be a Bam. Everybody not going to be a Jimmy Butler. Everybody not going to get that long money. And then a lot of them guys still wind up fumbling the bag. So, never want to go broke. Never, ever want to go broke.
And struggle, right? I wanted to allow my family to live in this life God blessed us to earn.
100%.
How hard is it for you when you say you have to realign your money, you have to file bankruptcy to pay debts off? How difficult is that for that kid from Liberty City who worked his way to being the best wide receiver in the world, and now you're in that place?
That's come with smarts. That's, what I mean? Chapter 11 don't mean that you just out of everything. This come with protecting your legacy, protecting what you built, and being able to find a solution in regards to settling with your debts. And obviously no one would speak about me if I didn't have money. You know what it's like to be a black male in America. If you don't got money or you don't got clout, then who are you really?
You're a regular human being, and you don't necessarily have to have clout in order to have money, and you don't have to necessarily have money in order to have clout. Like, come on, man. We got to stop leaning into this whole I'm a black man in America type of thing. You don't have to have clout. And if you do have clout, apparently you leveraged it in order to make a whole lot of money, because becoming a fan is translating the money, right? So we got to stop running in the victim Olympics. You being financially literate don't have nothing to do with you being a black man in America.
I just been blessed and fortunate to get both. And coming from a kid from Liberty City, you know, you see a lot of wealthy people do this Chapter 11. So to be able to experience things that I never thought I would be able to experience is a blessing. And to be able to be educated, you know what I mean, understand it, you know, to teach it to my son. And that's what legacy is, you know what I mean? Growing, being able to get these experiences, to be a full human and to be observant and to be a steward of the blessings God blessed me with.
That's fair. Listen, I don't think that AB is broke just because you filed for bankruptcy doesn't necessarily mean that you're broke, but we should learn a lesson and we still should be a little bit more fiscally responsible. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Also, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to see y'all on After Hours tonight. Peace.